I'm here with the beautiful Anna Maria, and we're on our
so
way.
Happy. So happy to be here in Marisa.
So we're on our way up to, Tusa, up there.
Yes,
Tusa, to
up
see
there,
some
yes.
more wonderful houses that are part of our Go On Lab project that we're so happy to be working together.
Yes, and to share with you everything.
Absolutely. So let's go and see some more beautiful homes.
Yeah.
Andiamo.
Bye.
We're just driving up to Tusa now, the top town, and what I wanted to mention was, I thought it was a good thing for you to know, is that Tusa has a couple of ways to drive into it. Now it has this road we're on now, which is a far wider, better road. It takes a few minutes longer to get there, but it is far easier than the shortcut that they call it, which is a country road, very, very narrow. So for people that are a little bit less confident, far better road. I think this is one of the narrowest streets in Tusa that we've been through so far. Super cute. I'm glad we both fit. Amore, what do you think of this gorgeous little courtyard? It's beautiful. Look. Oh my gosh, and look at that sky. And we were just standing here thinking, so we can see one house that's being done up there. The one just past this house has a new little roof on it and new doors and windows. This one here opposite, I'll just zoom out a little bit. That is definitely lived in. The next one has been done up. The next one has been done up. So the beautiful thing is there are people living here and doing works on the homes. Homes little by little are being bought up by people like you. It's wonderful. People like us. So we just think it's so, so pretty. So we've come to this first gorgeous little house here in Tusa. As you can see, wonderful marble steps going up, and I'm going to take you up. This property starts on the first floor, so no ground floor, but first floor straight away. It's livable straight away. You might want to do some upgrades, but you can come in here, pop down your suitcases and start to live in this home immediately. Straight away here on the right, I have the kitchen, so I'll take you in here now. Okay, so here we go into the kitchen. And the shutters aren't open, unfortunately, but as you can see, it's kind of probably a 1970s kitchen, I'd say, but it's lovely and light and bright in here when you open up everything. The gentleman just didn't push it open, but just to show you, there's plenty of light, and it's a good size eating kitchen. Yes, you might tell me you might want to upgrade it. Sorry, I'm mixing my words. I've been speaking Italian all morning. But let's keep on going. Taking you in now to the first of the bedrooms here, which is a really large room, and he's opened one of the shutters here, so let's see the camera adjust to the outside. It's a very, very cloudy day, unfortunately, but you've got beautiful vistas out to the mountains there and up to the rest of the village. The flooring, which is a terrazzo style flooring there, and marble here, is in excellent condition. Then you have a bathroom here straight away, which is a smaller bathroom. You might want to readjust the bathroom. If it was me, I possibly might even get rid of the bidet and make a larger shower across the side, but it is in very, very good condition and livable straight away. And then I'm going to take you upstairs. Right, we're almost on the top floor now, just the last couple of steps. So on this lovely top floor up here, which is very light and bright, and he has opened up for us here, which is lovely, you have a second toilet, so powder room, let's call it. And you have another very ample bedroom with lovely doors and shutters out onto a little balcony, which overlooks the street where we're parked and looks out to the mountains that way. So I'm just trying to step out here and just across the village views there. So we'll come back in there and across back into this central room here. You have another large space again here. It could be another little bedroom if you needed that. Otherwise, you could even make a lovely second living here, an additional kitchen if you wanted to. Look at these lovely shutters on that door, that window there. And then you have your terrace. So it's a small terrace, but you can easily fit a small, as you can see, a small table and chairs easily. It's much wider than the one I have back in Tuscany. And look at the vistas. So it's grey down there, but it's looking out towards sea there. And then just all the surrounding mountains, people's little orto. What a lovely, lovely view. That's a wonderful house, and this is livable straight away. And I'm going to put the price up on the screen for you now.
Thank you very much.
Oh, have a taste.
Oh, io. Di più. Grazie. Opla.
So we're doing a tomato sauce. Tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce, okay.
Con the with the
My
olives inside.
grandmother is here,
Okay.
and she is the chef,
Fantastic.
and she say do that,
And
do
we
that,
can
do
see,
that.
and we can we see the tomato
I
sauce.
just show, but you know, it's hot. Come on.
Delicious.
We're going to see this gorgeous house just opposite the actual council buildings, which has this beautiful memorial on the front. And you'll see once we're in the house, we're actually looking out onto this really pretty square. Look at that gorgeous bell tower. The gentleman is actually doing work on the fountains at the moment, but that fountain is normally working and it's gorgeous, and that is your council building in front. So let's go inside. We've come inside that beautiful building on the side of the square to show you that right outside your front door off that piazza, this lovely young man has taken over this incredible building to create a restaurant and pizzeria, and this is all handmade. Isn't that stunning? It's such beautiful architecture. Can you imagine coming in here and eating? Look at those ceilings. It's absolutely beautiful, and this is on a very glum day with no lights on, but you can see how beautiful it will be, and that would be right at your front door, and it'll be ready for next Easter. Look at these gorgeous doors here with the old patina of the colour blue, and then we're going up some stairs here. Now this house does have obviously work to be done in it, so you'll see that, and it is a little bit dark, but we'll do our very best to light it up for you. So the first room off to my left as I came up the stairs is this lovely room, which obviously does need work, but it's got the most magnificent majolica tiles on the floor, which are original, and as you can see there is plaster work to be done, but you have these gorgeous marble balconies that are going out to the square I showed you with internal timber shutters that can be redone. And then as we go through to the next room, again, plastering work to be done, terrazzo type tiles, and again you have the view out of the doorways to the square once again. I can see that there were some beautiful old rosettes on that ceiling. So this could be brought back to all its former glory. Now we're going to be going through here, and I'm just going to get some light for you. So I've just come from that last room, and I'm now going to go through what I call in French an enfilade of rooms. Now this is totally do-up rooms, of course, as you can see. And oops, I'm standing on pieces of timber here. But Viola's doing a great job at trying to light it up for me. You can see there's a lot to be done, but there is one room after another. I love those old bottles sitting in that cupboard. There's one room after another, and at the back it goes through, in fact, to another street behind. So that's another huge room there that goes all the way across. Can you light that on the other side, Viola? A little? Thank you. That's wonderful. So that's a huge room behind, which would be beautiful with it all opened up. And that goes to a street behind. So that would have lots of light coming from that street. As you can see, despite all the work that needs doing inside, the roof and ceilings are all in brand new condition, and that is a massive thing to do. So that's a wonderful, wonderful job already done for you. I'm just sticking my camera out of a little window to show you the little small street behind that I was just saying, and that will be the side of that room I was showing you to my right, that very, very large room. So that is the backing there of the little street running behind. So we came up the front stairs and we took a turning straight into that door there, but there were a couple of little more stairs here, as you can see, and I've come through another opening into this room. So the rooms we've just been through that need redoing are to the right, and I've taken a little video out of this window here to show you those rooms, the building from outside and the street. This has got the old terracotta floors, and with sandblasting, I'd say all these ceilings would come up beautifully and would look really, really lovely. That was what was done in my home in Tuscany, and they come up looking fantastic. So that is that room there. I just wanted to show you this lovely arch. There's a stone arch going up, and this is the last staircase. Viola's giving me light and David is leading the way. We're a team here working together today. I'll go straight into this one in front, which again we can see, if we show the floors, has the majolica floors again, and where there are the really solid floors, they've been redone. Again, you can see here we don't have the timber, but we have very, very recent terracotta ceilings with the iron beam, so that is solid. Obviously doorways and windows are to be redone, and there's an old basin in the corner. This is a very spacious home, ladies and gentlemen. Lots and lots of rooms. Gracious me. So going off to our right, we have two large rooms. There's another one there. Of course, we do have plaster work that needs doing, and there's another balcony out to the front, which is taking us onto that square again, which is gorgeous. And then if we come back, we have another room with, oh, it's very exotic. Who would have thought we would have seen paintings on the walls? That's very exotic, isn't it? But it just goes on and on. So we're going through to the last room here, which there's a beautiful breeze coming towards me. I'm going to warn you that this room has over time had some graffiti put in on the wall, so we'll be getting rid of that obviously. But you have incredible views all the way across the sea, over the rooftops, these beautiful terracotta rooftops, and despite the weather, look at the wonderful sea views you have and coastal views that go on forever. Spectacular. Just trying to get you a close-up of these lovely majolicas. They do need a good clean obviously, but they're such a lovely feature throughout the home. I'm just back in the room that we were in with you'll remember the basin in the corner and the lovely majolica floors. And there was this large door that I wasn't sure where it was leading. Well, in fact, it's a balcony. So you can imagine the gentleman has had to block it up for safety reasons, obviously, and the wind would blow it open. But that means with those open and lovely new doorways, you're going to have a light, bright room with a balcony on that side as well. So yet again, you have balconies at the back and you have balconies at the front over the lovely piazza at the front. We are now going to visit another home to be redone, but it has several addresses, just like my home. So today we're looking at number 60, number 62, the balconies, those two balconies and all the windows, not the little shop, okay? The little shop is an identity of its own. And then this part is still the little shop, but the next number's down, number 4, where there is the arched cantina, the other little balcony, and the one above. All of that, we're going to be looking inside that home now. Now I have come inside to the first ground floor. This is a lovely big glass door. You can just imagine all the light we would gain by those doors being open there. But these are just downstairs spaces that you could use for anything you like. In fact, there's a really cute little storage space here where I can see some very old bottles of something on the floor there. And then just one little tiny step up and we're into this space here where there is, I believe, behind this piece of furniture, a very old oven, I've been told. So I'm going to try and get in there for you. Ah, yes, there it is. So you have your corner oven, a lovely big barrel of wine, and then I'm just going to come to this window. We'll be showing you this from upstairs, but you have, with this house, a tiny little courtyard garden, and you can see there from the greenery that I'm pointing down onto. And straight ahead on this rather glum afternoon, that is the sea, believe it or not. I don't know if you can see the line of the horizon. I can just see it myself, but you definitely have views from this house, and we'll see them as we move upstairs even better. I've just arrived on the first floor, and we come into a group of rooms that is just a little storage room. We then have the first of our little mini balconies out onto that lovely street outside, and we're going to go to these rooms first off to the right. And honestly, with houses like this is very, very large homes, you can use another lovely balcony. You can use the rooms for whatever purpose you want. I would highly suggest that you speak to our geometer or an architect, because there is so much space. Look at this beautiful large room with wonderful ceilings. And you have to remember that all of these things, when they're sanded back, you have beautiful ceiling beams. There's another little balcony here, which was the one I showed you off in the little side street. Here we have a small powder room, let's call it, with a toilet. And then we take one step up into another room that also has a window out to the side. Now obviously this house needs total restructuring, but would be an absolutely spectacular home with so many rooms to use however you like. We've come back to the original staircase and now turning in the other direction, this floor continues. Now here we have a bathroom, which is actually in usable state despite it being in the condition it's in. Another lovely little balcony, which obviously needs some work, and we can see our little courtyard downstairs again from here with its cute little back gate, and that is the sea out there again, A very grey sea, but a lovely sea view once again. Then we come around and we then have what was the kitchen. Now, of course, you may want to totally change the use of the spaces because there are beautiful big rooms. For example, if there's plumbing there in that room, I would make this room into a wonderful big dining kitchen, for example, or maybe another room, but this would be fantastic. This has a lovely long balcony going right across the back of the entire house. And from the far corner here of the balcony, you do see wonderful sea views. It's wet, so I'm not going to go outside, but there are lovely, lovely vistas.
We're on the top and final level of this wonderful home. Here we find a couple of wonderful old forno or bread ovens, which add that wonderful touch of Sicilian authenticity. And then we go through to a one room after another. There's loads of space here. You could create whatever you want. You have balconies on both sides. There's one overlooking the street side. And as we turn around, you'll find that there is plenty of room to create all different kinds of spaces here. They could be entertaining spaces, an additional rooftop kitchen. You could have a studio here. There is a lot of light. The windows are closed in most cases, so therefore, with all of those windows open, you'll see more light coming through. The ceiling has been totally rebuilt to guarantee less degradation there while works are being done. And here is that final room, which I think would be a wonderful living space because it takes you out onto your final outdoor area. And wow, just look at that. What a wonderful exterior space, a rooftop terrace with sea view. Even on a grey day, it's spectacular.
We've now come down into the cellars, which are underneath, down the little side street that I showed you. And as you can see, there's lots of usable space here. The ceilings are in really, really good condition. Oh, what a beautiful old pot. Isn't that wonderful? And there's a big breeze coming through here, so we're obviously going outside. Oops. Now I'm going to squeeze through this very fine doorway, sideways. Whoops. One leg at a time. There we go. And as you can see, big room for storage of timbers here. And then we have the entryway into our little courtyard garden. It's so sweet. And you have a gate down the back there. And then there is little spaces here on the side. What was in here? Was a chair? Oh, there was an old well, and it actually still works. There's an old pozzo, so well with water, cute little niche in the wall, but this would make the most beautiful little courtyard garden. Can you just imagine? And lovely and cool on a hot summer's day. Just perfect.